Good afternoon, everyone. This is Kenneth. I am out doing an overnighter to test some used gear that I bought. I want to make sure that it's good to go before I take it on a long hike that I'm planning. I'm planning on a 3-day hike along along some government roads. The government roads also will join with the Appalachian Trail, and the plan is to go from the Appalachian Trail back down to Damascus, Virginia, and get a pickup. That'll be a 3-day trip. So like I said, I'm out here. I bought a Mountain Hardwear Skyledge 2 dry pitch tent, and just recently I bought an Emo hammock. So I'm testing out those things today and tonight. I'm going to do a quick overnighter, like I said, just to test these things out, and the actual hike will be probably sometime next month. Just now the temperature broke today here in Southwest Virginia. The past few days, like the rest of the country, we've been in a really bad heat wave, and it's just been unbearable. The humidity has just been ridiculous. It's like about 5 years ago. It's reminiscent of a place in Wuxi, China. I taught English there for a while, and I remember sometimes it would be 100 degrees during the day, sometimes 115, and right at 100% humidity. It was just misery. But anyway, like I said, I'm out here checking these things out. I'm trying to find a campsite. I'm about, from right here, I am maybe a quarter of a mile, half a mile from the farmhouse where I live. And so, yeah, trying to find a campsite. And I'll check back in as soon as I find a campsite that's suitable. I'll check back in, and yeah, we'll go from there. Got to make some adjustments too to this Ilby backpack. It needs to ride just a little bit higher on my hips to be completely comfortable. It's pretty comfortable right now. I've got a little weight distribution problem. It's kind of throwing me off a little bit, so I'm going to have to fix that as well. So I'll be back on here in a minute. Well, this is not the best spot for a campsite, but it's not the worst as well. And it's already 4:37. So I think what I'll do is, you can see there's a lot of rock formations, a lot of rocks, rocks in general. Geez. So I might put a fire pit right there, clear all that out, and then, or do a fire pit over there. Since there have been bear sightings, I could do a fire pit somewhere over there or over here, and then put my my tent right here. That'll work. And then I could string that hammock up. Almost forgot about the hammock. I could string that up somewhere right through here, like right there, to that tree, and to not the small tree, but the bigger tree right there. Yeah, I think that'll work. I think that's a locust, as a matter of fact. Maybe not. Let's see. No. All right. Okay, so I'm going to grab I brought a little cooler with 2 brews for tonight and a bunch of water, because I'm nowhere near a stream. So I had to bring my water in today, so it's a little extra weight, of course. But I'm going to do a little exploring here in a minute. I'm still on the farm proper, but I haven't been on this section of the farm in oh gosh, I haven't hiked around this area of the farm in about 4 years. There's more secluded areas of the farm, but it would have taken me another hour on top to hike back up to, like, for instance, that ridge that I camped at. That's part of the farm. But yeah, so this'll do for tonight. I'm good to go, and gonna go ahead and set up camp, get my camp chair up. So I'm gonna go ahead and set up my camp chair. Set the camp chair up, sit down for a second, maybe have a snack, quick snack, and start cleaning this out a little bit. Cleaning all this out, and then put down my plastic well, actually I don't need to put the plastic down because the new Mountain Hardware, or it's used, slightly used, but it comes with its own heavy-duty footprint, so I didn't even need to bring that extra sheet of plastic, but we'll use it anyway just to keep the footprint from getting dirty. But okay, I'll check back here in a second. I'm going to pull everything out, pull out the DSLR, go ahead, set it up somewhere right around here, and get a drink of water. All right. Let's see. Now I am going to kind of clean off this area right here for my tent. Get all these sticks out of the way. La, 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 la. All right. I may have to clear some of this other stuff out of the way. Am I in the shot? I don't even know. Nope. Might have to come back a little bit more. Yeah, now this is the trickiest part of trying to set up shots that I've got to continue to work on. So, briar, ow, ow, ow. Alright, let's see. Gotta clean all of that off too. Tell you what, let me go ahead and grab a drink because I'm getting a bit parched. All right. Okay. And it's about 6:07 right now, Eastern Standard Time. So I need to beat feet. I was late getting out here, and that was my fault. It was just a simple matter that the humidity finally broke, as it were, here. And the sleeping weather this morning when I woke up, I was around 6:30 or so, it was just amazing. Felt so great that I just, I knew I had to come out here, but I just thought, well, I'm just going to roll back over and sleep for another 30 minutes. Well, 30 minutes evidently turned into okay, so I've gotten a few pieces of hardwood gathered up, or dead hardwood, blah, 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 blah. And I am going to go ahead and baton it, or try to baton it here, split it down a little bit further than what it already is. And let's see if, well, okay. Alrighty. There we go. Tough. Alright, that it is, lad. There we go. Try this little trick right here. There we go. My little chopping block appears to be dead. There we go. There's one little piece. And there's the other one. Let's see if we can. Might not be able to use that. Oh, excuse me. Alright, we'll try to use the lovely Fisker's hatchet. Oh. Man, it's hard. Man, that is just falling
falling apart. I'm gonna have to find something better to use. Daggone it. Dang it. Nope. 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 That's just crumble. Look at that. Well, and everything else is the same way. Did I mention that it had been raining for several days? Everything is soppy wet. Soppy wet. This is pretty dry right here. If I could just get it. That's not safe. Let's see. Daggone. Well, I may just have to. Yeah, because I've been kind of screwing around too long, and it's getting dark. You can't really tell because of the exposure on the DSLR. I switched it up, but it's getting a bit dark. So what I'll do is I'll just use these other pieces. Like I said, I just need a small piece of wood, which I've already got. These here, these small pieces of it's dense hardwood, and I'll put those over by the fire pit. And I could use the saw that. We'll see. If I would have gotten out here just maybe 2 hours earlier, I would have been a little bit better off. Or if I would have known how to fix up the tent. But. Whoa. Beep, beep, beep. But anyway, regardless, I gotta get this ready, and I gotta get this fire ready. I've only got enough firewood for a cooking fire right now, so I need to find a little bit more firewood, and then we'll go I'll come back on here in a minute, and it's already now giving a running time 8:21 right now. So I've got to get on the ball because it will be dark soon. I've got to get my headlamp out. I've got to get everything ready to go before it gets dark. Yeah, so I'll be back on in a second. Like I said, if I had more time, next time, every time I learn a little bit more, and a little bit more, and a little bit more. So the next time I come out, I'll be a little bit more, I will be a little more organized, and I won't do story time until everything is done, rather than sit here and I spent too much time talking. I did. So now I've got to get on the ball and get that stuff ready to go. I don't know if I'm going to make rice now or not. It's kind of late. I might just cook the hamburger or the steak and be done with it. So, gotta go. Oh, good Lord. I've almost fallen. Oh, it's a heck of a thing to be handicapped. And for all of you out there for everyone out there that is handicapped, I say a prayer, because it's not fun. It's not fun at all. Okay, gotta get on the ball quick. And the bugs are starting to come out, so. I never saw that. I did see on Bushcraft Tools, oh gosh, I'm sorry, mate, I forgot your name right now. But he went to China on a trip, and he showed there were cages, dogs in them, and he's having hard culture shock. I had hard culture shock too, and it wasn't that bad.
there and mushy, but it reminded me of Blade Runner. It was a mixture of buildings that were kind of run down because there is no private ownership in China. It's all owned by the government. So they had these long-term leases, like 100-year leases. And so there's really no incentive for people, like landlords that have apartments or whatever, the people that own that land, or not own, but have the lease.
There's no incentive for them to do a lot of work to the buildings themselves, so they kind of run down. But in that building, you have a rundown elevator, and then a brand new LCD monitor advertising Armani. Crazy. I lived in one of those areas for a while, and then the last place I lived was more of a Western style apartment complex. Everything was westernized, and a lot of amenities. It was a guarded or gated community, etc. So I liked it.
I liked it a lot.
Everything was pretty doggone damp out here, but and I'm not gonna lie, I cheated just a little bit. I used one of those fire sticks that you can buy. It's like I don't know, like a fat wood stick with a little bit of accelerant on the end, and it started up. It took a while. I tried to use the fire steel, but it was already dark, and I didn't really want to kind of play around. It's getting late right now. I think it's I don't know what time it is right offhand, but there it is. So we've got to wait till that cooks down or burns down a little bit into coals, and there's the rest of the wood that I've kind of split up a little bit. I got to process that down a little bit better, but yeah, you can see it's all just wet. It's been raining several days on. 4 days, had flash floods. You yesterday? Yeah, yesterday we had flash floods. That was fun. There's my grate. There's my little mini citronelle candle to keep the mosquitoes away, and I've got on bug repellent right now. So I'm going to let that cool down just a little while, or burn down, and then yeah, I'll be back on in just a minute. Well, there's the big old steak. Everything had burned down enough to provide enough coals to start cooking it. So yeah, I've already started on that second Foster's, and unfortunately the battery's already dead on my DSLR, so I'm going to have to change that out. But then again, I don't know, I may not worry about the DSLR until first thing in the morning, because once I eat that and drink the rest of that Foster's, I'll probably head on to bed. But I'll be checking back in intermittently as soon as the steak is done and I am eating it. What I have discovered is I need to get, I mentioned Matthew Posa, who is has a great YouTube channel. I need to get a LED light system for these times of night, where I need to kind of, if I wasn't filming it wouldn't be a big deal, but since I am filming, I need to have lights so people can see the steak and everything else that I'm trying to fix. You sneaky. Where'd he go? Where did he go? There he is. Don't go over there, it's too hot. But anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna continue to watch this thing and listen to my little radio. There's my little citronella candle doing well. So once this cooks up, I'm going to eat that bad boy, and then probably, there's my chair, there's the DSLR, which I'm thinking about putting the battery back in, another battery. I brought 5 batteries and a 128 gigabyte SD card in that thing. Thinking I was going to be filming a lot, but every time I come out, it's a learning experience. Go ahead and get the LED lights. You know, I was saying earlier that I went ahead and I did spend some money already, got that line of credit. So now I need to get one more thing. I need to get some LED lights for nighttime filming, and then I'll be okay. But yeah, I'm going to keep an eye on that. But I'll be checking back here in a minute. I'm using my iPhone right now rather than the GoPro, just because the GoPro or the iPhone is so easy to use. Well, so is the GoPro, but yeah, I'm going to check back here in a few minutes, and then probably once I eat and get in the tent itself, I'll do an update in the tent. I'll set up the tripod. I've got to put the iPhone on a power bank. It's just a one my sister let me borrow. I need to get a good anchor or some other power bank, especially solar. If I'm going to start doing these longer trips, it's another thing that I realize I'm going to have adequate batteries or solar / some kind of power bank. So anyway, there's trash I got to put up here in a second. So, yeah, that's not working out very well. I'm going to have to figure out something like Matthew Posa has, or some kind of, I wonder how I can get that. Shoot. Hold on. Come on now. Okay, there we go. Maybe it's still ain't working. Still not working. So, okay. try something else. Yeah, I'm going to have to get some kind of light. That's all there is to it. I'm going to have to get a better light for nighttime because I'm not going to be able to shoot anything tonight like this. It's just not going to happen. So, it looks like I can't get a good shot at all. God damn it, man.
Well, everybody wearing a chong tonight. Everybody wearing a chong. Excellent. Excellente. All right there. Cripple boy. Don't fall. Cripple boy. There's the citronella candle doing its beautiful duty. There's the steak. Oh yeah. I really think I'm going to wait for the rice until tomorrow morning, to be honest. Yeah, I've got to get an LED light to shoot at night. That's just, yeah, that's a requirement. This thing's doing pretty well. As you can see, all I did was put that grate right there. It's kind of like Joe Robinette's, that little bushcraft grill that he uses. And I know there's a little bit larger one that has a great sack that it comes with. I saw that on Amazon for like 25 bucks. I might get that. But for right now, this right here is doing a pretty good job. Didn't even use the wherever it's at, the copper map. Yeah, I think this right here, oh excuse me, is going to do the trick. And then after that, oh, you know what? I forgot a toothbrush, but at least I did bring floss sticks. So, a hygienist once told me that if you don't have any toothpaste or toothbrush, floss. Flossing is more important than brushing. So, all right, I'll go ahead and turn back off for a second. Conserve battery power.
Good morning. It is about 7:10, something like that. Had a decent sleep. We were going to record lows here in Virginia. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. We were going to record lows, which I'm sure for the guys and girls in Canada and other places is nothing. It was 55, it got down to 55 degrees Fahrenheit. And I brought that military blanket, and that was all I had. And that did me really well up until about, I'm going to say 3 o'clock. And then I did start to get chilly. And what you see there is I got up and put the fly on the tent
to stop the airflow, or to help stop the airflow, and I pulled out the Nemo hammock and used it as a, like I said, as a reflecting, or as an added layer, not reflecting, but I can't even think right now. So what I'm going to do, Lordy, yeah, I don't think I'm going to be able to get this done or uploaded. I don't think I'm going to be able to edit this and upload it by 9 or 10 o'clock tonight. I might be able to. Just I was thinking I have a couple of number of other things to do. It's dry enough now finally to mow the grass, and with this rain it has really taken off. So I've got to mow and weed eat. Okay, I am up. I thought I was going to sleep or try to take a nap for another 30 minutes to an hour, but I decided to go ahead and get up, maybe get a cup of coffee going here in a second, although I don't want to start a campfire for that. So I may just, I think I have a hexamine cube. I might use that if I can find it. But yeah, I'm going to try to get I'm not going to try. I'm going to get up. I'm going to go ahead and get up and then move around, get myself motivated, and then go ahead and start packing things up slowly and get that cup of coffee. And then I'm going to go ahead and I think what I'll do is, instead of trying to mow those yards that I mentioned, my mom's and the yard at the farm, and do the weed eating, I know that I mean, it's not going to take forever. It doesn't take forever to edit a video. I just like to rough edit. That's been my new thing, is putting it all together and then coming back the next day, and then going and deleting a bunch of things. Kind of like when you when you write something, and you write it, then you set it down for a day or two, and then you come back and you proofread it again, edit some more, and then submit it. If it's so, I'm rambling. I still haven't had it. I don't have the coffee in me, and so I've got to get up and get motivated. If I can get this thing out of here. There, a little tactical gear flashlight. All I had to pay was shipping, so I thought, well, you can't beat that. For some reason, though, it wants to always start on the flash. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get up and yeah, get motivated. And oh, excuse me. It's yeah, it's 5 after 8 now, so I can be hike back down. Like I said, I'm about half a mile from the farmhouse, so hike back to the farm, maybe grab a bite to eat, and put the video together. So go ahead and fix in. Like, it's a well, yeah. As I was coming around my gimp leg there, I knocked it over about a foot. Maybe one of these days I could speak. Hard to believe. But yeah, the one thing that I don't like about this tent, and it's not a big issue, is the doors. For me, having the loss of tactile sensation on the left side of my body, that sometimes it's a little tough to get in and out. So that door can be a pain. I found that out when I had to use the bathroom at about 3 o'clock this morning. You can see
This is just my basic sleep setup. It was a snug pack pillow, and I need to get a better pillow. That one's okay, but it's there's the hammock, the Eno hammock, and that's the REI sleeping pad. And I want to move up to a thermarest, or at least something wider. That's a good one. The REI sleeping pad has done me right so far. The only thing is, but anyway, I'm going to go ahead and start packing up. I'm going to take a goodie powder first, a BC powder. The almost record lows again. So that means good sleeping weather. Yeah, this turned out to be a pretty good place to camp. If I'd have got out here a little bit earlier, I might have had a little bit bigger fire. But as it is, can't complain. The thing is really bright in the sun. You could definitely use that to signal someone on a sunny day. But as I was saying, here's the tent, and right there are the tent stakes, and it fits great right in there, and everything is cinched down. And on the other side, I'll be putting let's see, right there. On the other side of this, on this side over here, I will be putting the axe. Because you can also see there's a slit right there. So, yeah. All right. Yeah, but everyone, thank you very much for watching. I know this is, again, not the most entertaining or action-packed thing to watch, but I appreciate it. And if you like this and you want to help me out to do better content and do more things, go different places, I'm putting money aside right now also for a kayak, so I can start doing some canoe trips or kayak canoe. I'm looking for either a good, nice canoe or kayak. Something that I can get out to the islands there on the local lakes where I live, like South Holston Lake, Boone Lake. This was the and this was the this is my knife that I think someone on that one video I was showing the SRK, they said they couldn't see anything but my face. So this is the SRK. Like I said before, Survival Lily has a great video on this, and there's another video of some guys literally beating the ever-loving crap out of this thing. But I like it. It's got a really good it's got a really good feel to it. It's got a good handle. It's tight. I mean, not tight, but I mean it feels good in your hand. It's not too heavy. You know, it's good. It's good. I like it. But anyway, I love the SRK. Always, anytime I go out on a outdoor trip, I usually carry this, and as I've shown before, I always carry my Leatherman. It's an old Leatherman. It's actually an original a Leatherman, the first year of production, so it's got some use on it. And you can long knife, but I do that. Like, anyway, now everything's up, and you could even, and I can attest to this. You can use this as like a makeshift little, not a boomerang, but maybe a tool you can throw. I've actually done that a couple of times, and I hit somebody one time. Oh my gosh. Man, we're gonna triple six. on that strap. Over here. Oh well. What the hell? Yeah, I've got a long way to go before I'm ready to do 3 and 4 solo mile hikes. Or maybe somebody will film it. Film it. Like I asked Bill and some other new people. Lord of mercy, I'm falling. Oh Lord, I'm falling. Okay, if you have stayed with the video long enough to watch me right now, you will have seen what I decided to leave in. How hard it was for me to get the backpack on. Simply for the fact that, I might have overloaded just a little bit, but not much. I just got what you saw. But the main thing, once I'm standing up and I'm on my right side, that's fine. That right side is good. As soon as I take a step or move, or my balance shifts to my left, or there's that loss of tactile sensation, that's where I run into trouble. So I will have to use trekking poles, unless it's just a straight government road. But from now on, it's going to be trekking poles. And so that means eventually, I've got a pair of trekking poles now that I bought off of eBay. They're not Black Diamond or anything like that. But I eventually will have to get good trekking poles if I want to do any kind of long distance hike. And I'm going to have to figure out some means of getting the backpack on, because you might have seen that this left side, I can't feel it right now. I mean, I know that there's pressure on this strap, but if it's it feels like right now it's sliding. There's nothing there. I can barely feel that. So that's the problem. When you're reaching around for the strap and you can't feel it, or you can barely brush your fingers brush it, and then then you try to close on it and it's gone, or you can't close your hands fast enough, or your hand will close and then it'll open back up. Frustrating. But I'm taking a different route back out of the woods because of the difficulty I was having. And I'm also going to have to start taping up my ankle for extra support, because it also likes to give way, likes to roll. You might have seen that in that one video where I actually was taking the LB out to see how I liked it. And I do like it. And since that last little clip or segment, I found the risers, so I was able to get the backpack tighter, so it's tightened down now. Feels a lot better. But yeah, thanks for watching, and there again, like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all these notifications. And if you want to go out, do some hiking with me, or hike and camp, shoot me an email or put a comment in the comment section, and maybe we can get together and do something. It seems like with an extra person now, I mean, I could do it by myself. Oh damn it, I can do it myself. I don't need your help. But with an extra person, it makes it just a little bit easier. All right, thanks for watching.